So human resources one. Welcome to Conclave. I'll go straight to the content. We're looking at human resources cycle. How does it work, the cycle? Then recruitment and the selection, then evaluating staff, motivation and their reward, leadership strategy and styles, then leadership for team building. These are the areas we'll be looking at in those human resource. So we'll take it one step at a time. So today we'll do more of an introduction, today, then see how we can run in the next 6 weeks, taking it one after the other. We will not rush it because of the sensitive nature of the course of the agenda. We'll not rush it. We'll take it one step at a time. So, because once any organization gets it wrong with human resources, yes, at any point you get it wrong with human resources, we've gotten it wrong in all aspects. I'll repeat myself. At any point organizations get it wrong with human resources, we've gotten it wrong in all aspects. It's as simple as that. So human resources is the bedrock. Yes, you may have the best of ideas, the best of strategy, the best of operations, the best of policies written down, the best of everything, equipment, mention the location, go do the adverts, do everything, come with the visibilities, do your product matching, do your human customer personnel, do everything. Your procedural layout is, top notch. You now brought in the wrong people. You brought in the wrong set of people to do the work. All that investment is a mess. Yes, is a mess. So you must know how to bring the right people into the system. But not just bringing the right people, how to manage them, how to keep them, and how to exit them. Yes, no, people don't like the word exit when it comes to work, but that's reality. So when we get to human resource cycle, you will know how to bring it down, how to exit, and all that. So these are the things we're going to learn in this conclave, discussing in this conclave. So let's go straight to the introduction. The Human Resources HR department is responsible for all policies and processes relating to the people employed by a business. Yes. To help the company achieve its goal, HR must ensure that it employs a diverse range of people with the right skills, regardless of their gender, race, faith. Now, it must treat them consistently, yes, and fairly, good, consistently and fairly. Now, providing a framework to look after their well-being. Please underline that word, consistently and fairly. Then supply training and foster their progress. These are natural things that HR must do. In fact, if the vision of the organization does not accommodate the vision of the people that you're bringing in, don't expect them to give you their best. As I repeat, if the vision of the people that are working with you are not accommodated in the vision of the organization, do not expect them to give you their best. And as I said earlier, we're going to take time to look at the following content: the human resource cycle, the recruitment and selection, how to evaluate staff, motivation and reward, leadership strategy and style, then leadership for team building. This makes you a different person by the time we are done with this. Now, yes, this is how do I use it? It's a summarized human resource discussion. There are more deeper part of human resources but that one is for when you want to do maybe MBA in human resources. We can now go deeper into those areas. All right. So, and I came up to this point where we said human resources department is responsible for all policies and processes relating to the people employed by a business. Yes, yes, and yes. Now, to help the company achieve its goals, that's the essence of bringing those people. Now, I said earlier, if these people that you are bringing in are not the right people, your wonderful achievements, your wonderful adverts, your wonderful visibility, your wonderful branding, your wonderful processes, your wonderful policies, your products, everything you've invested in, your beautiful location, your ambience, everything will be a mess because you have the wrong people in the system. That's simple truth. So Having having said this, so the human resource must ensure that it employs a diverse range of people with the right skills, underline it, regardless of the agenda, underline it again, race, underline it, or faith, underline it, underline all this is very, very important. It must treat them consistently, underline word consistently, and fairly, underline it, providing a framework to look after their well-being. Underline it as well. Supply training. You must not play with training. You must not play with training. Then foster their progress. That's where most of us join. I say fostering their progress is you must know the vision of each of your staff, each of the person you're employing. You must know their vision and make sure that their vision is accommodated in the overall vision of the organization. That's the first step in human resource management. That's the first step. That's the first step. Any organization that misses this will lose good hands. Yes, because nobody wants to be stagnant in life. Even the lazy ones, even the non-direction ones, even the ones that don't have focus. They don't want to be stagnant. Yes, they don't know what they're doing, but they don't want to be stagnant. They want to see themselves progressing, even when it's in the negative side. So you must find a way to foster in their progress in your vision. All right. Human resource framework. Framework. What is framework? The foundation upon which anything is built. What carries every other thing? That is framework. Framework. The starting point for any decision in an organization is its business values and their goals. In any organization that you do not understand their values and their goals, please run away from the organization. I'll repeat. You as a staff that is coming to work on an organization and you don't understand their values, you don't understand their goals, please run away from that organization. I'll say it again. If you're in any organization and you don't understand their values, you don't understand their goals, please run away from that organization. Human resource supports the delivery of these values and the goals by ensuring that there is a staffing strategy to support the business plan. So first of all, there must be values and goals. Then it's HR job to make sure that those values and goals are being delivered through the staffing strategy that support the business plan. So if you don't as you're coming into a company and you don't understand their values and their goals, I mean, you don't have nothing to do there. Then you, the owner of the business, or the owners or among the stakeholders, the shareholders rather, that don't have values and goals for your organization, you don't even have organization in the first place. So that don't bother yourself going to employ people because they're coming to do nothing. They are coming to do what? Nothing. Absolutely what? Nothing for you. There must be values, there must be goals before you now talk of vision, mission, and all of them. Now, business plan. Now, typically, an HR framework set out a people strategy. Yes, people strategy, including the compensation for of the people who best suit the organization. Yes. Now, this is then implemented in a range of areas from recruitment and the selection of learning and the development. These are, we're now entering into the functions of HR. Like I said earlier, we're just doing introduction. From there we'll start moving deeper and deeper. Now, I want us to learn this. Most of us, I know you're hearing this for the first time. Diversity and inclusion in HR. What is D&I in HR? D&I in HR is increasingly important with companies that have higher level of gender, yes, ethnics, and cultural diversity consistently performing better. Yes, D&I, if properly managed, you will have you will have so much consistency in your performance than every other part of your organization that does not have this. And HR professionals work closely with business leaders and the line managers to design and implement HR systems that support strategic business goals. Yes. Let's come back again to diversity and inclusion. What does that really mean? What does that really mean? Very simple. Diversity and inclusion is where people come from different, background, ethnic groups. We don't care whether it's male or female, different culture, and you're able to blend everybody together. I promise you, if you can do that in your organization, you will see massive results. It requires professionalism. So whoever that is going to be in HR must understand diversity and inclusion very, very well. Very, very well. Now, moving that, yes, I said HR professionals work closely with business leaders and their line managers to design and implement HR systems that support strategic business goals. Moving on, they also support selection and retention, succession and talent planning, performance and management, performance management, sorry, learning and development, diversity and inclusion, reward and benefits, employee engagement. Yes, yes, yes. These are the things that HR work with, HR system work and help to support. Yeah, isn't that support strategic goal, business goals? Sorry, it should be capital, comma. Good. Thank you. All right, so use goal, comma, selection and all that. Now, 36%, that is the research. Essential people skills. Yeah, that's essential people skills. Now, more profitability is achieved by the most ethnically and culturally diverse company. I want us to know this. You see me making more emphasis on this. If you can get an organization that understands this D&I very well, you can get a organization that can understand D&I very well, and promise you, you are very, very, I mean, you can go and sleep. You can go and sleep. You can go and sleep when it comes to business. If you can get an organization that understand this very well, you can go and sleep when it comes to business. Very, very sure. So if you watch, 30% more profitability is achieved by the most ethnically and culturally diverse companies. Think about it. So if you're doing, let's say you're doing 60% in your company, and you're able to balance your ethnicity and cultural diverse, your company will move additional 36%. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Now, HR systems that support strategic business goals. Number one, business goals. What is business goals? Business goals are the drivers for every business decision, and HR policy supports them. Values. What are values and culture? HR helps determine principles, conduct and how tasks are done in a business. Organization design. HR formulates the structure and the formal reporting relationships that define a company's shape. Now, HR and performance. HR is responsible for employees' welfare and their contribution to business goals. Essential people skills. Essential people skills. Essential people skills. I want to quickly brought out this, as well as recruiting effectively and ensuring that employees deliver. HR plays a role in nurturing essential people skills. Yes, 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 yes. Very, very important. Essential people skills. HR play in nurturing essential people skills across organization. Now, if you cannot nurture essential people skills, don't expect them to perform for you. That is very simple. Now, relating to others. Now, some people are naturally leaders, but most leaders can benefit from objective thinking about the leadership strategy they wish to follow. Yes, even in flattened team-based hierarchy, we've done all this before. Team leaders need to do what? Develop leadership skills to guide and support their teams. All these are natural things that you must know as an HR expert. Now, despite the revolution in technology, people remain vital to organizations. Yes, I said that when I get here, I will talk about it, but we'll still talk about it as we move. Now, as skills and knowledge are central to success, as a result, HR has an expanding role. One example is Google, which calls its HR function people POPs. Yes, POPs. So find out what I mean by POPs and treat each staff as a valuable asset, offering a range of attractive perks to find them, grow them, and keep them. Now, POPs means people's operation. Yeah, people operation. So you can't break your head. Yeah, that's called the people. See reality about HR. Hmm? Despite technology, despite what AI is going to do and all that, we need a human being. The difference is this: the human being that will be working, the capacity will change. That's just the difference. So if you've not built your capacity, that's where you start having issues with AI, with technology. But if you move yourself from regular leader, regular staff, regular professional, just being a professional, then you'll not have issues with technology. So as HR, what we are looking at now, what we are focusing now is to groom consulting intelligent leaders. Yes. That will run at all spheres. Once a staff is coming in, that question is this person consulting intelligent? If you're not consulting intelligent, you may not be able to work at the executive level. When I mean executive level, for those of us that have gone through the high institution, university, you're coming into organization as an executive. At that level, if you're not consulting intelligent, you may not be able to flow because you're not expected to do technical work much. In as much as you're a professional and you have known technical and all that, you're going to go through it, but there will be machines that will handle that because intelligence is growing by the day. But when it comes to the area of using your brain and your mind, machine cannot do that for us. So level of knowledge must increase. Especially for those of us in this part of the world, the Africans, you must work on yourself. The curriculum we are using in most of our schools does not fit into the current level of development when it comes to knowledge. That's reality. That's reality. Take it from me. So fitting in may be a challenge if you don't go and do your personal development. Or if you're waiting that regular school will help you, you're making a mistake. You're making a mistake. So having said this, now you understand why you should work on yourself. Now you understand why you should develop yourself. Now you understand why you should move from your current level of exposure and knowledge and develop capacity that has to do with your brain more, not your strength. Capacity has to do with your ability to work with your head more, work with your mind, not your strength. Yes, it's good to work with your strength. And that brings me into the three major areas of skills: your technical skills, your tactical skills, and your strategic skills. Your technical skills, your tactical skills. So as you're stepping in, there is need for your technical skills. But that technical skills will not sustain you for a long time. Days are gone when our people were like, they just wake up, they learn technical skills, and for 30 years, the person was just growing, growing, growing. For 50 years, the person is still the champion. No, it doesn't work like that again. So in these days, HR are looking for people with both technical, tactical, and strategic skills. What's your technical skill? That profession you know, that thing, that's your expertise. What's your tactical skill? Ability to deploy your technical skills among working with other people. And what's your strategic skill? Ability to now move to think alongside your technical and tactical skill. You now do the thinking part of it and the strategy part of it, and deploying it using other people to get the work done. You must grow yourself in these three areas. And this is what HR is looking for. So when we talk about training and grooming people as HR, this is what they are doing for you. Moving you from technical, for making sure you're sound in technical, you're sound in tactical, and you're sound in strategic skills. Any HR that does not have plan for you in these three areas, please start counting your days. Any organization that does not have plan for you in these three areas, please start counting your days. They won't help you. They will not. When you're done with that company, you become as useless as any other thing. Let me just give us an example. I'm sorry, but I have to say this. At least in my own sector where I worked for 12 years, the banking sector, most of the banking staff, are contract staff. Yes, over 70% are contract staff. Now, those contract staff, there are certain responsibilities they will never handle. Yes, they will never handle, despite wearing the good suit and all of that. And that keeps them down. So that makes sure that they only remain at the technical level of the banking sector. They will never get into tactical level, let alone getting into strategic level. At most, they step into the tactical level. At most, the best of the best of the best of them. So think about it. And the person spends 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, some even 40 years in the banking sector. The only thing they know is technical and a little of tactical. And then the person now retires. Will the person still be useful? The answer is no. That person will be useless. However, for the smart ones, you step into the sector, they are paying you, keeping you at the tactical level, no problem. Use the money they are paying you to develop yourself in the tactical level. They keep you at the technical level, no problem. Use the money they are paying you to develop yourself in the tactical level and the strategic level in other fields, so that you give yourself time, work in the bank, equip yourself, zoom, move out. But if you remain there, you're not growing and you never grow. You're not growing and you never grow. If you remain there, you're not growing and you never grow. Take it from me. Take it from me. These are simple reality. They are simple reality. So HR have that work to do. they have that work to do. So essential people skills, managing projects. Project management is an essential skill for managers at all levels, whether they are running regular day-to-day activity or special projects. Now, move it up again. Negotiation. These are essential people skills that you must know. Ability to engage, ability to negotiate successfully in an essential is an essential skill. Yes, very, very important. Awareness of strategies and their styles is a key to success. If you watch, these are mentioning that is where tactical and strategic skill comes in. It's no longer technical skill. Yes. Project management is a combination of both technical, tactical, and strategic. So you must know it, even at the basics. You must know it, even at the basics. All right. So from next week, we'll start with human resource cycle. That's our next class. I won't go into that today. So I'll be stopping my class, my teaching today. So let's go into it. What are your inputs? What are your takes? What are your take homes? What are your contributions over what I've said so far? The floor is open for us. Remember, I will say conclave. Let's do it together. What are your takes? What have you gained? What are your takes? What have you gained? I need contributions. I need contributions. I need input. Madam Karen, you're welcome. I've missed you. I don't know where you ran to. Eh? Did you travel out? You're welcome. So
Good
let's
morning, sir.
one in there. One in there. So please, I need contributions. I need inputs, take homes. Let's learn together. Your inputs, your inputs, your inputs. Like I said, I will take this, we'll take it one step at a time. We're not rushing it. We're not rushing it. Take it one step. So by next week, we'll look at this human resource cycle. We'll look at it and we'll move on. Please, just one or two input and we are done. Please, we don't have all the time. This is Monday morning, so I need you to go and start applying in your office immediately, please. Okay? Who is opening the floor for us? Okay, let me start. Oga Arinze Udechukwu. Please, I know you're a senior person in your organization, so you must have cut across all we are saying, and you manage plenty people around you. So, can we hear from you, please? What's your input and what's your encouragement? What's your take home, please? Let's hear from you. Dr. Arinze.
Yeah, Doc.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah, okay. I want to appreciate you, first of all, for this initiative, and where people gather to learn, relearn and unlearn. Sorry, don't mind my voice.
No, voila.
So, at least the few times I've joined, there are a lot of things I was able to pick, from the lecture and from the contribution of others. So thank you very much. Uh, we cannot overstate the importance of gaining knowledge.
Yeah, not at all.
Knowledge is very, very important in human development of what we are looking at right now.
Yeah.
Human resources, knowledge is very, very vital, and knowledge is progressive. Because as we are looking, things are coming up, on the new challenges or the circumstances, that surrounds uh, activities.
Okay.
There are a lot of things that also come up,
Mm.
and then we need to also learn it and see how we can be able to better handle things.
Beautiful.
You know, so I think the two most important things that stuck with me with what we have learned today, which appears to be, the basic is when you talked about, having values and goals,
Mm, mm,
right from the beginning. You need to establish values, and then the organization need to have goals.
mm.
And those values form the culture, you know, of the organization. Every organization has a culture. It
Yeah.
has, the way the people working in the organization behave.
Mm,
You because if you don't have the culture and if you don't have the goals, you did not provide the direction. It becomes an organization where people come in and do whatever they like,
mm,
behave, whichever way they like to behave. But the values establishes, the framework for the culture
mm.
of the organization. And
Yeah.
the goals provide the direction. This is
Mm,
where the organization is
mm,
going. And I think for me, as a human resource practitioner,
mm,
even recruitment has to be based on these things. It's not just about what are you bringing in.
mm-hmm,
It's not just about the technical part of it, like you
mm,
mentioned. The
mm.
tactical and strategic.
Yeah.
So if you're coming in an organization, irrespective of what you are going to bring in, it is also important that um, you understand the person's personal goals too. Is it aligning with the organization's goal? Because if it's aligning, then that person can be able to stay in the organization and then provide their best. If it's not aligning, it's the other way around. It means that the person is just working and looking out for somewhere else.
That's reality.
And
Mm.
you'll not get the best from that person.
Mm-hmm,
So HR practitioners should make sure that from the onset, that whoever that is coming in,
mm,
that their own goals align. Need
mm-hmm,
to strike the balance. It's not just the organization's goal. So you need to
mm.
ask the person, what is your goal as a person? Because that determines, sorry, excuse me, that determines whether the the candidates or the staff will stay or not.
Mm-hmm.
So from that onset, you need to ask those questions, important questions that will
Okay.
help you also understand how to provide those provide the right training for the staff. So this helps you to understand what the staffs their belief system,
Mm-hmm.
their value system, and then how you can be able to offer that training that can help them,
Yeah.
to bring in their best.
Sure.
So those important questions, from the onset, very,
Yeah.
very key. Because
Yes.
I find out that these questions sometimes are missing.
Mm.
It's just you are recruiting somebody, you're asking the person, what can you bring in? What
Yes.
can you do?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one part of it.
Mm.
So it's important that you understand also what is the person's goal, what is
Mm.
his personal, and it must
Mm.
align.
Mm-hmm.
So if his personal goal aligns with the company's goal
Yeah.
and values aligns with the company's values, so it won't be difficult for that person to integrate.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be difficult for that person to flow, to blend in into the organization. But if
Mm.
he's different, that's when you'll be struggling to tell the person, okay, why don't do this? Why are you doing this?
Mm.
You issue a query, you
Good.
know. So you bring in all those support system or
Mm-hmm.
structure of how to control the person,
Yeah.
you know. It's just like bringing in a lion to your house.
Mm.
Your
Mm.
house is not the uh, habitual environment for lion,
Yes.
you know. So So I think that's very, very important and key. But as I heard it,
Mm.
it started bringing up so many other things. I was thought process
Yeah.
from me, and I said, "Wow, this is fantastic.
Thank
This is
you.
what
Thank you.
everyone should be looking,
Yeah.
looking at." So at the very beginning, because
Beginning,
if you
yeah.
don't get it from the beginning,
Yes.
it's going to be difficult, and that's when you will now be having a high staff turnover.
Turnover,
And
yes.
it's not good for business.
It's not good at all.
It's not good for
No.
business. It's just like in the school, maybe the school that your children are going to, and they're having high staff,
Teachers turnover.
turnover of teachers. It's not good for learning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
It won't allow the children to be able to have that kind of learning that they need.
Sure.
So it's the same thing with an organization. So I
Mm.
think this is very, very important. This is
Mm.
key.
Mm. Mm.
So thank you very much for
Thank thank you,
for this.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Very
All
much.
right.
Very
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you so much. On this note, we'll be shutting down for today. And next week we'll continue. Just introduction. It's just introduction. So we'll cover these six contents in this HR discussion. We'll cover the six of them. Thank you, Dr. Arinze. Thank you for that insight. Thank you so much. I love those analyses you made, bringing in lion into a place where it does not belong and all that. So the people's vision, personal vision must align with the corporate vision and the rest of them and all that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The human resource cycle, the recruitment and selection, evaluating staff, motivation and reward, leadership style and strategy and style, then people, leadership for the team building. And I said earlier, this is it's not a comprehensive HR section. Yeah, if you want to do it deep, we have an MBA for it and all that. But this is to keep you going as a person.